Here are 3 things you should do after a dog bite to protect your health and your case. First, you're going to want to talk to law enforcement. You want to call the police to have them investigate the case. They can obviously take photographs. They can talk to witnesses, the dog owner, or whoever's holding on to or keeping the dog at the time. Part of this process is you may well talk to local animal control or a Department of Neighborhood Services. So you'll want to cooperate with any and all law enforcement or local government agencies that are investigating the matter, because they're going to investigate it not just from your side in terms of what happened to you and your injuries, but they're also going to investigate the circumstances that led up to the bite, and they're going to investigate the dog and the dog owner, him or herself. Secondly, certainly you're going to want to get medical treatment. So go to an urgent care, go to an emergency department, go to the primary care doctor. With a lot of these cases, obviously there's an open active wound, and so you'll want to make sure that there's some type of wound care to minimize the appearance of scarring or any long-term ramifications or complications. And you'll want to listen to your doctors in general. With some of these cases, when it comes to medical treatment, it may just be kind of a one and done thing where you go in, they check you out, they do wound care and send you on your way. Obviously, sometimes it's a bit more complicated with more serious dog bite cases where you may need active wound care through a wound clinic. You might need to go see a specialist. So there's a lot that's involved, but it's really just important to listen to your body and to listen to your doctors. And as part of that process, you, as the injured person, you'll want to make sure that you're documenting things along the way. So you'll want to take video or photographs of the injuries, any bruising, the bite marks themselves, and the scarring. Because with these dog bite cases, a lot of the time, the value or the significance of the case really has to do with the scarring, both the physical appearance, but also, for example, is there nerve damage? Is there numbness? Is there tingling? Is there some type of loss of sensation that functionally limits you in your day-to-day activity? And then the third piece of advice, of course, is to call our law firm, because we'll kind of tie everything together and put your case in as strong of a position as possible to succeed. Because with any legal case and with any type of acute or emergency situation, evidence can disappear. So for example, if the police don't come out right away, or if a witness disappears, moves out of the city, moves out of the state, maybe there's video footage of the attack. That's something that we can get very quickly. We have private investigators on staff that we can investigate, we can talk to witnesses, we can get that video footage. And of course, when it comes to dealing with insurance companies in general, when it comes to making a claim or filing a lawsuit, you're going to want to have us on your side, because quite frankly, they're never going to evaluate your case anywhere near what it's worth. Because when it comes to these dog bite cases, they just aren't going to evaluate the scarring and the physical appearance of the scarring at the level they should, because they're not in your body, right? That's your scarring on your body, and they're just not going to treat you fairly. And they won't unless you hire us.